Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm not Red Bull.
Oh, no, what's your name?
I'm Justin. Pete.
Alright, and we have three awesome comic books to talk to you guys about. We're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 36, Miss Marvel number 41, and Dark X-Men, the beginning number 1. So let's kick it off with Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 36. I know a lot of you guys probably a little torn about this.
Perhaps.
A little bit, especially if you haven't read it, but read the solicits.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about this issue?
I love that they're getting back into the clone stuff. Bring the clone back. We've honored our sins. It was a tough time.
Yes. By the way, this is our. You know, for those of you who watch the show, you know this is our powder keg review.
Yeah. The fight to knock the other guy out. There's so much bullshit though in the first half of this comic. Like this wedding, there's this character who's like a jerk and is after Peter Parker. It's on and on. Then we finally get the clone reveal that we've all seen coming for the whole issue, and then we don't get any story on it. And so we continue Amazing Spider-Man. That's where the interesting stuff will happen.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. I like the teases with the Clone Saga. I do think it's fun that they're not ignoring it and are bringing it back in a different form and a reasonable form. You want to just check?
Oh, you don't need that.
You gotta go.
Well, you have your phone on the table.
Okay, this is to time things. I know a lot of you have been asking about that, but we try to keep the show to about 10 minutes for YouTube and things like that.
Married to his iPhone, this guy.
God,
he tried to impregnate his iPhone.
I just got some really cool apps.
Yeah,
I got some apps.
He's got this thing where it burps.
Mozzarella sticks.
It burps when he
Mozzarella sticks. Buffalo wings.
Man,
gotta have the tater skins.
You've been talking about this fart machine. I gotta find out how this fart
what's
machine
crazy
works.
about the art in here? I would say that.
Yeah.
It's not up to snuff with the regular
May I
issues of
interject,
Amazing
please?
Spider-Man.
Can I talk about the comic?
If you talk about the comic, yes. If you talk
Here we
about
go.
The issue.
Come
Are you
on,
gonna talk
so-
about the issue?
Shut up.
Nice.
I thought there were some really fun moments between JJ and Peter Parker here.
You're right.
Some laugh out loud moments, which was very enjoyable. Especially with the bro thing.
Very funny.
Yeah, it was very hysterical. You know, and it was the clone thing. It's a little weird the way it was set up. Like, you know, it's me, but it's not. Like I can.
That's what a
I'm
clone
excited.
is. That's what a clone is.
No, I know what a clone is, but I just didn't like the way he was like, I don't know, brought up. I guess, but
I agree
feel
with
like
you, actually.
I feel like
I
it
actually
could
thought-
be done a little bit better. It just was done in a way that didn't get me excited for because I know they're
Very treading. It was treading.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they could have done it in a different way, then it would have been like, oh, I'm definitely gonna pick this up.
Yeah.
Instead, it was kind of like this. What? Oh.
And I'm sick of. Find another place for pointy things to come out of people's bodies. You're gonna be a villain. Wolverine does it out of his arm, so stop it.
No, but it comes out
I
like
don't know.
arms. It comes
Here's
out
what
from-
I think. I
I'm
think
sick
this
of
was a solid issue. It was a fun issue, so there was enjoyable stuff. I don't think it's actually up to the standard of what the series has been doing lately.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think as an annual, there's a little more pressure to be big, to be special, to be really incredibly well done, and this wasn't quite up to snuff.
No,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about all the romantic stuff there with the picture and then the engagement party. I mean, you really get into that.
I get into romance sometimes, but not all romance. I mean, I'm a lover.
Would you say pick this up?
No.
No. There was some fun stuff with like Boston and New York.
This was really a love letter to Boston.
Yes. I
Which I didn't
err on the
appreciate.
side of pick it up, but it's a very slight pick it up.
Jeter
Let's
does
like
not
it.
suck.
Yeah, there you go. That's a new thing.
Nice. Very
Cool, let's
fine.
move on to talk about Miss Marvel number 41. I've been really enjoying this series a lot. I feel like Brian Reed has been working in his own corner of the Marvel Universe, and because, Miss Marvel fans, please forgive me, but because nobody really cares about Miss Marvel that much, he can do whatever he wants, and he really has been doing whatever he wants,
Yeah.
and it's been kicking a lot of ass.
It is good. I think he went from this like kind of taut character exploration of the new of Moonstone, is it?
Yes.
Of the new Miss Marvel to this storyline where it's like MODOK babies, laser women flying around the city. Like it just went crazy.
It's all
real
over
fast.
the place.
Yeah.
I feel like the next comic is going to be great, but this one was a little bit like I'm putting pieces together of a story for the next one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's been doing a lot, I think, throughout his run, is that every arc is like that. It throws out a million ideas, and then it brings them together, and once you bring them together, you're like, oh, okay, all right, I see how you set that up.
You like baby MODOK.
I love anything with MODOK.
I know.
Yeah.
Literally
Especially
anything
baby,
with MODOK.
like 100 baby MODOKs.
Oh my god, I would love to have 100 baby MODOKs with you guys.
Careful.
What?
You are about to have a baby.
Do you think it's a
MODOK.
MODOK?
Are you happy about that?
maybe as a modal, a mental organism designed only to love.
Oh, that would be
Wow, you
nice.
did that really fast. Like
That's
you
your
thought
pet
about
name.
that
That's your
before.
pet name for your wife.
Thought about yeah,
Little modal.
yeah. She's got a big fat head.
Real tiny legs.
Would you guys say pick
Don't
up
make
this
fun of
issue?
your
What did you
wife.
think?
Yeah, I think it's worth picking up. I like you're saying, like he's just telling his stories.
Yeah.
In a nice little corner.
Yeah, I think it's good, and the art is consistently good across the board.
I think it was a little too all over the place with all the different characters, but I felt like it's setting up something, so it's kind of worth
And
it.
I do think, without ruining the ending that much, that it's interesting that Reed has come up with the perfect villain for Moonstone,
Yeah.
for the Moonstone Miss Marvel, which I think is great.
And it also explains the kind of broken continuity between this comic and the rest in the New Avengers, where there's a Miss Marvel showing up and Dark Avengers. So it's good.
I think it's great. I would say pick it up. Last but not least, let's talk about Dark X-Men: The Beginning #1, which gives you a couple of short stories filling in
You
the
love short
backstory of Dark X-Men. What did you think of this?
I thought this was one of the least necessary comics out there.
Okay.
Wow.
Do
You didn't like seeing Namor take a shower for like...
Well, I can't believe that you have Namor and Norman Osborn having a big epic conversation, and Namor's naked.
In a shower.
Yeah, and
It's
Norman
the
Osborn's
shower
like,
scene.
The thing that was crazy about that is I have written so much fanfic like that,
Yeah.
and they just stole it. They
Yeah.
stole
Wow.
my fanfic.
Well, they edited out the part where Norman Osborn flicks Namor's dick.
Wow. Did you really say that? That was ridiculous.
I mean, he wrote it. He wrote it.
Oh.
To be fair, I did write it. Yes.
Oh.
Just real.
I can't even believe
Yeah,
what
solid
I can give
flick.
up on
It's
that.
what he
I
calls.
can't even...
It's what he calls giving somebody a green goblin.
Oh, wow.
Oh man. If you're in a locker room and you hear the word Green Goblin, get out of there. Get out of there, because that is coming at you. But anyway, back to the comic.
When you're standing naked on the edge of the pool and Norman Osborn runs and grabs your dick and jumps in the pool, that's called giving you a Gwen Stacy.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
Why is it continuing?
I'm terrible, but that's much worse.
Why is this continuing?
That would be really painful.
Okay,
Also,
so-
don't let anyone
write
do
in with what your favorite Norman Osborn moves are and let us know.
Yeah,
Pete,
please
what did you
don't.
think about this issue?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it from start to finish. I felt like the evil beast thing was kind of weird too.
Nothing happened in any of the stories. It was like I'm really interested in the Mimic. I think he's a great character. In the story, it's like he's like, I'm crazy, and
Yeah,
it
it
ends
just
up
was-
being like, yes, he is.
Yeah, there's
It's
just
like-
flashbacks to all the
I
different
think
things
mine,
he's
I would
done.
say of the stories, Mimic was the most enjoyable for me.
It was, I
because
agree.
It actually did fill in something about a character that not a lot of people know.
True.
Dark Beast, what we learned about that is this is how Dark Beast was recruited. And Namor, it's like, this is how Namor was recruited.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, there's not a lot going on in the issue. That being said, and we haven't said that in a while, so I think it's fair that I can say a little that being said. I do like that this is similar to Manifest Destiny in terms
Yeah.
of here's filling in the background. I just hope that the next issue gets beyond here's how these characters got recruited.
Well, just have an interesting reason for them to be recruited.
Yeah,
Like, the
not
Mimic could have
taking
been
a
doing
shower,
something.
not
Dark Beast
the
could have been
Beast.
doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Instead,
I
he's
don't
like
think
in a
that's
lab.
I don't think that's as interesting as delving into their psyches, which is why the Mimic.
There's no delving. And the Mimic's like, oh man, it's just a recounting his history, and he's like, God, why am I doing this? I don't know. Tune in next time where we find out why. And the Namor, he's like, it's totally ridiculous that Namor is even on this team, given the way he is. And this whole first story is trying to jerry-rigging this whole thing so that it makes a little bit of sense.
Sure.
Yeah. I felt like
I'm ranting right
least
now. I
with-
need someone to rant against
No, I
I
just
agree.
feel that like
He'll rant.
I agree that there was no reason for Namor to say yes at the end
Yes!
of the speech.
Oh,
there was no
You
reason.
agree with me.
And then the fact that like the Beast thing was just ridiculous. It was just like, I'm gonna do something terrible to this girl. You're not gonna see what it is. He like gets real close to her. Like, what is happening? It didn't make any sense to start
Man,
to finish.
You,
But
you
the
have
art,
given this comic a total sins past. You know what I'm talking about?
oh boy,
boy.
the art
that's
was
where you
enjoyable, though.
fuck your girlfriend.
Oh,
and then
come
get
on.
it off a bridge.
Oh, wow.
I do not
So
approve
weird.
of this episode. From start to finish.
My name is Pete LePage, and I don't approve of this episode.
Wow, denied the critical.
If you have a question, you
reference.
can write us at comicbookclublive@gmail.com. You can check us out on Twitter, Comic Book Live. You can check us out on blogs, popcultureshock.com/CBClub, iTunes, Comic Book Club Live, and Pete.
If you're ever in New York City, we'll try to clean it up for you. Tuesdays, 8 o'clock.
Right.
I'm gonna Green Goblin Pete in our live show in the coming month. Don't you were gonna hate me
Don't.
in the coming months. So tune in. No,
Yeah.
it's come to New York.
It's
It's,
not
worth,
gonna
it's
happen.
worth the trip.
Do you guys know
Don't. That's good.
when you give somebody a glider?
Well,
Bye, bye.
he definitely doesn't.